My beloved soul, this is not a coincidence. If these words have found their way to you today, then there is a message your heart has been waiting to hear. Something beautiful is happening. Behind the scenes, something your eyes cannot yet see but your spirit has already begun to feel. Right now, at this very moment, your soulmate's heart is overflowing with happiness, and the most incredible part is that you are the reason. For so long, you may have wondered whether they still think about you, whether your presence still lingers in their mind when the world grows quiet, whether your connection still matters as much as it once did. The answer is stronger than you realize. The truth is that something has shifted inside them. A light has turned on in a place that once felt uncertain. A realization has arrived that they can no longer ignore. My beloved soul, listen closely because what I am about to reveal carries a powerful energy. Your soulmate recently experienced a moment that changed everything. It was not necessarily a dramatic event that the world could see. It may have happened during a quiet evening, a lonely drive, a random conversation, or even while they were lying awake at night staring at the ceiling. But in that moment, something inside their heart connected the dots. They suddenly understood how much you truly mean to them. They realized that no matter how many distractions entered their life, no matter how many responsibilities pulled them in different directions, no matter how hard they tried to focus on other things, the thought of you continued to return. Not because they forced it to. Not because they were trying to hold on. But because your connection had become a permanent part of their heart. My beloved soul, this realization did not bring them sadness. It brought them happiness. A deep happiness. A happiness that felt like finally finding the missing piece of a puzzle they had been trying to solve for so long. You see, for a period of time, they may have felt confused. They may have questioned their emotions. They may have wondered why your energy stayed with them even when they tried to move forward. But now, they understand. They understand that your connection was never meant to be forgotten. It was meant to be felt, cherished, and protected. And the moment this understanding entered their heart, a wave of joy washed over them unlike anything they had felt before. My beloved soul. The universe has been quietly arranging events behind the scenes. Small signs have been appearing around your soulmate. Songs that remind them of you. Unexpected memories surfacing without warning. Dreams carrying your energy into their sleeping mind. Meaningful coincidences that seem impossible to explain. Every sign has been guiding them toward the same truth. Every sign has been whispering your name into their soul. And now those whispers have become impossible to ignore. The deeper truth is that your soulmate has begun seeing their future differently. When they imagine tomorrow, your presence naturally appears within those visions. When they think about happiness, your energy becomes part of that picture. When they dream about peace, comfort, and love, your face finds its way into their heart. My beloved soul, they may not have shared these thoughts with everyone around them. In fact, some of these emotions remain hidden. But hidden emotions are often the most powerful. Because they grow quietly beneath the surface until they become too strong to contain. And that is exactly what is happening now. Their happiness is growing. Their certainty is growing. Their appreciation for you is growing. The walls that once created distance are beginning to crumble. The fears that once created hesitation are beginning to lose their power. And with every passing day, your soulmate feels more grateful that you entered their life. Listen carefully because this next part is important. Your soulmate recently reflected on everything you have brought into their world. They thought about the lessons, the growth, the memories, and the feelings that only you could create. They realized that even during difficult moments, your presence left a lasting impact. Even when circumstances were complicated, your connection continued teaching them valuable truths about love, trust, and emotional courage. And instead of focusing on what was missing, they began focusing on what was real. They began focusing on the fact that you changed their life in ways they never expected. My beloved soul, this gratitude has transformed into happiness. Genuine happiness. The kind that begins in the heart and spreads through every corner of a person's spirit. The kind that makes them smile unexpectedly when your name appears in their thoughts. The kind that fills them with hope when they think about what the future might hold. The kind that reminds them that some connections are simply too meaningful to ignore. And right now, that happiness continues growing stronger. The universe wants you to know this because there were moments when you doubted yourself. Moments when you questioned whether your energy mattered. Moments when silence made you wonder what was happening behind the scenes. But the truth is that while you were questioning, your soulmate was slowly awakening. While you were wondering, their heart was learning. While you were waiting, their feelings were becoming clearer. My beloved soul, happiness often arrives after clarity. And clarity has finally begun entering their heart. They no longer see your connection through the lens of fear. They no longer see it through uncertainty. They see it through appreciation. They see it through understanding. They see it through love. And that perspective changes everything. The deeper truth is that your soulmate feels proud of the connection they share with you. They no longer want to run from it. They no longer want to deny it. Instead, they want to embrace it. They want to honor it. They want to understand where it may lead. My beloved soul, imagine someone standing at the edge of a beautiful sunrise after spending a long time in darkness. That is how this realization feels to them. They finally see possibilities where they once saw confusion. They finally see hope where they once saw obstacles. They finally see happiness where they once saw uncertainty. And every part of that happiness leads back to you. Your energy. Your spirit. Your presence. Your impact. You are the reason their heart feels lighter today. You are the reason they feel inspired to believe again. You are the reason they are beginning to trust what their heart has been telling them all along. Listen closely because there is something even more beautiful unfolding. The happiness filling their heart is creating movement. Emotional movement. Spiritual movement. Energetic movement. It is encouraging them to think differently. To act differently. To approach the future differently. Happiness has a way of removing emotional barriers. It gives people courage. It gives people clarity. It gives people the strength to pursue what truly matters. And right now, that energy is working inside your soulmate. The universe is showing them that happiness should not be ignored. It should be followed. It should be trusted. It should be embraced. And because of that, they are becoming more open than ever before. More willing than ever before. More prepared than ever before. My beloved soul, if your heart has been carrying doubts, let them begin to fade. If your spirit has been carrying fear, let it begin to soften. Because something beautiful is happening. Something powerful is growing. Your soulmate's heart is overflowing with happiness, and that happiness continues expanding every day. The connection you share has touched them more deeply than they ever expected. The impact you have made is greater than you realize. The place you hold in their heart is stronger than you know. And as this happiness continues to grow, it is guiding them toward a future they once struggled to imagine. A future filled with hope. A future filled with understanding. A future filled with possibilities. My beloved soul, the message today is simple but powerful. You matter. You are appreciated. You are remembered. You are valued. And somewhere, right now, your soulmate is carrying a smile that exists because of you. Their heart is overflowing with gratitude. Overflowing with hope. Overflowing with happiness. And whether they have spoken these words aloud yet or not, the truth remains the same. You have become one of the brightest lights in their emotional world. The universe wanted you to hear this message today because sometimes the heart needs reassurance. Sometimes the soul needs confirmation. Sometimes we need a reminder that our presence creates more impact than we can see. And today, that reminder is for you. Your soulmate's heart is overflowing with happiness right now, and you are the reason that my beloved soul, let me take you even deeper into this message because what is unfolding within your soulmate's heart is far more powerful than anyone around them realizes. The happiness they are feeling is not temporary excitement. It is not a passing emotion that disappears after a few moments. It is something deeper. Something rooted in truth. For the first time in a long while, they are allowing themselves to imagine what life could look like if they stopped fighting their feelings and started trusting them. And every time they allow that vision to form in their mind, your presence appears there. Naturally. They do not have to force the image. They do not have to search for it. It arrives on its own, as though their heart already knows what their mind is still learning. My beloved soul, there have been moments recently when your soulmate found themselves smiling for no obvious reason. Other people may not have noticed it, but it happened. A memory surfaced. A thought appeared. A feeling returned. And suddenly their heart felt lighter. They may have been walking through an ordinary day, handling responsibilities, talking with friends, or focusing on work, and yet in the middle of all of it, a thought of you entered their mind and changed their entire mood. That is the kind of happiness you have awakened inside them. It arrives unexpectedly. It stays longer than they expect. And it leaves them wondering why your energy continues to affect them so deeply. The truth is that their soul already knows the answer. Their soul recognizes a connection that their logical mind spent a long time trying to understand. My beloved soul, there is something beautiful happening behind the scenes. The universe has been helping your soulmate heal old fears that once held them back. Fears of rejection. Fears of disappointment. Fears of making the wrong choice. For a long time those fears created noise inside their heart. The fears spoke loudly while their true feelings spoke quietly. But now the balance is changing. The fears are becoming weaker and the feelings are becoming stronger. Every day they find it harder to ignore what their heart is trying to tell them. Every day they find it easier to imagine opening themselves to the connection they share with you. And as this shift continues, their happiness keeps growing. The deeper truth is that your soulmate has begun appreciating the little things about you that once went unnoticed. They find themselves remembering specific conversations, specific moments, specific details. They remember the way you made them feel understood. They remember the comfort of your energy. They remember the unique qualities that made you impossible to replace. My beloved soul, these memories are not causing pain. They are creating warmth. They are creating gratitude. They are creating a powerful realization that some people enter our lives for a reason greater than we understand at first. Your soulmate is beginning to believe that you are one of those people. And that belief is transforming their perspective in ways they never expected. Listen closely because there is another layer to this message. Your soulmate has been receiving signs. Some of these signs are subtle. Others are impossible to ignore. Certain numbers may appear repeatedly. Certain songs seem to follow them everywhere they go. Certain dreams leave them with emotions they cannot explain. Certain conversations seem to bring your name into their awareness at exactly the right moment. My beloved soul, these signs are not random. They are reminders. They are gentle nudges from the universe encouraging your soulmate to pay attention to what truly matters. And every sign points back toward the same truth. Every sign reminds them of the connection they share with you. Every sign encourages them to trust the happiness growing inside their heart. The more they trust it, the stronger it becomes. The more they accept it, the more peace they feel. The more they embrace it, the clearer their path becomes. My beloved soul, there was a time when your soulmate believed they needed all the answers before moving forward. They wanted certainty. They wanted guarantees. They wanted complete understanding before taking emotional risks. But life has been teaching them a different lesson. Life has been teaching them that some of the most meaningful things require faith. Some of the most beautiful journeys begin before every answer is known. And now they are starting to understand that the connection they share with you may be one of those journeys. They do not need to know every detail of the future to recognize how much you mean to them today. They do not need perfect certainty to appreciate the happiness your presence brings into their life. That realization is freeing them. It is helping them let go of unnecessary fears. It is helping them trust their heart. It is helping them move closer to the truth they have been avoiding for far too long. My beloved soul, your soulmate's heart is becoming more open than ever before. The emotional walls that once seemed permanent are beginning to crack. Behind those walls is a person who cares more deeply than they often show. A person who has spent countless moments thinking about you. A person who has imagined conversations that never happened. A person who has replayed memories because those memories brought comfort. A person who feels a happiness they cannot fully explain whenever your energy enters their thoughts. And now that happiness is becoming impossible to hide. Even if they try to appear calm on the outside, something within them has changed. Their eyes see differently. Their heart feels differently. Their hopes are growing stronger. Their belief in this connection is becoming more powerful. My beloved soul, the universe wants you to know that none of your love, kindness, patience, or energy has been wasted. Every sincere feeling you carried has created ripples. Every moment of growth has mattered. Every lesson has served a purpose. Sometimes we cannot see the results immediately. Sometimes the transformation happens quietly behind the scenes. But transformation is still happening. And right now, your soulmate is living proof of that truth. They are becoming someone who understands the value of your connection more deeply than ever before. They are becoming someone who recognizes what their heart has been trying to say all along. They are becoming someone who feels genuine happiness when they think about you. My beloved soul, if you could see inside their heart right now, you would understand why this message has reached you today. You would see hope where there was once confusion. You would see warmth where there was once hesitation. You would see gratitude where there was once uncertainty. Most importantly, you would see happiness overflowing in ways they never expected. And as that happiness continues growing, it is creating a powerful momentum that cannot be stopped forever. The universe is aligning events. Timing is shifting. Circumstances are changing. Emotional clarity is increasing. All of these things are working together to bring greater understanding into your soulmate's life. And with every step forward, one truth becomes clearer than ever. You have touched their heart in a way that no one else could. You have become part of a story they are no longer willing to forget. You have become a source of happiness they can no longer deny. So hold your head high, my beloved soul. Trust that what is meant for you is finding its way toward you. Trust that the happiness growing inside your soulmate is real. Trust that the universe has not forgotten your prayers, your hopes, or your journey. Because something beautiful is unfolding, and this is only the beginning of what is yet to be revealed. My beloved soul, stay with me because the deeper truth has only just begun to reveal itself. There is a reason this message continues reaching your heart today. There is a reason you feel drawn to these words. Your spirit already senses that something meaningful is changing. Even if your eyes cannot yet see the full picture, your soul can feel the movement. Your soulmate's happiness is no longer a small spark hidden in the darkness. It has become a growing flame, and with each passing day that flame shines brighter. What makes this so powerful is that they never expected to feel this way. They thought time would make things simpler. They thought distractions would silence certain emotions. They thought life would naturally pull their attention elsewhere. Yet the opposite happened. The more they moved forward, the more they discovered that your energy remained with them. Not as a memory fading into the distance, but as a presence that continued influencing their heart. My beloved soul, there have been moments recently when your soulmate found themselves wondering what you were doing at that exact moment. They may not have admitted this to anyone. They may not even fully understand why these thoughts keep appearing. Yet they arrive again and again. Sometimes during the quiet hours of the night. Sometimes during the busiest part of the day. Sometimes when they least expect it. They find themselves thinking about your smile, your voice, your energy, your spirit. And instead of pushing those thoughts away, they have started allowing them to stay. That small change has created something extraordinary. Because when they stopped resisting their feelings, happiness rushed in to take the place of confusion. The deeper truth is that acceptance has brought them peace. My beloved soul, peace is one of the most powerful signs of all. Excitement can come and go. Emotions can rise and fall. But peace arrives when the heart finally stops fighting the truth. And that is exactly what is happening inside your soulmate. Their heart is becoming calmer. Their mind is becoming clearer. Their emotions are becoming more honest. They are no longer spending so much energy questioning what they feel. Instead, they are learning to trust it. And the more they trust it, the happier they become. The universe has been guiding them toward this realization for a long time. Through lessons. Through challenges. Through unexpected situations. Through moments of separation. And moments of reflection. Every experience has been preparing them for this stage of their Journey. A stage where they can finally recognize the importance of your connection without fear clouding their vision. My beloved soul, there is another secret hidden within this happiness. It is giving them courage. Courage they did not have before. Courage to think differently. Courage to feel deeply. Courage to imagine possibilities they once avoided. For a long time they may have worried about what others would think. They may have worried about timing, circumstances, or uncertainty. But happiness has a powerful effect on the human heart. It reminds people what truly matters. It helps them separate genuine feelings from temporary fears. It encourages them to choose truth over doubt. And right now that courage is quietly growing inside your soulmate. Every day it becomes a little stronger. Every day it becomes a little more difficult for them to ignore what their heart wants. Every day they move closer to embracing the connection that continues bringing them so much joy. My beloved soul, the universe wants you to understand something important. You did not create this happiness by forcing anything. You did not create it through pressure or control. You created it simply by being who you are. Your energy. Your kindness. Your authenticity. Your presence. Those things touched your soulmate in ways that went deeper than words. Sometimes we underestimate our impact because we cannot see what happens inside another person's heart. But your soulmate has felt your influence. They have carried it with them. They have learned from it. And now they are beginning to appreciate it more than ever before. The happiness filling their heart is proof of that. It is proof that your connection left a lasting mark. My beloved soul, there may come a moment very soon when your soulmate can no longer keep all of these feelings to themselves. Happiness has a natural desire to be shared. When something beautiful grows inside the heart, it eventually seeks expression. It wants to be spoken. It wants to be revealed. It wants to be understood. Your soulmate is approaching that point. The emotions they have been carrying are becoming stronger than their silence. The gratitude they feel is becoming stronger than their hesitation. The hope they feel is becoming stronger than their fear. And when that balance finally shifts completely, everything can change. Listen closely because this next part carries a powerful energy. Your soulmate has started imagining conversations with you. Not ordinary conversations. Meaningful conversations. Honest conversations. The kind of conversations that open hearts and reveal truths. They imagine what they would say if they had the chance to tell you everything they have been feeling. They imagine explaining how much their perspective has changed. They imagine telling you about the happiness that appears whenever your energy enters their thoughts. They imagine sharing the gratitude they feel for your presence in their life. These imagined conversations are not random. They are preparing their heart. They are helping them become comfortable with truths they once struggled to face. My beloved soul, something else is happening as well. The future no longer feels as uncertain to them as it once did. Where they once saw confusion, they now see possibilities. Where they once saw obstacles, they now see opportunities. Where they once felt hesitation, they now feel curiosity about what could happen next. This shift is important because it changes the direction of their energy. Instead of focusing on reasons something cannot happen, they are beginning to focus on reasons it can. Instead of expecting disappointment, they are allowing themselves to hope. Instead of protecting themselves from every possibility, they are opening their heart to what might be. Waiting ahead. The universe often works this way. It changes the heart before it changes the circumstances. It creates clarity within before creating movement without. And right now that inner transformation is taking place inside your soulmate. My beloved soul, if you have felt tired, discouraged, or uncertain at times, let this message remind you that unseen things are happening. Growth is occurring where you cannot yet look. Healing is happening where you cannot yet reach. Understanding is forming where confusion once existed. Your soulmate is not the same person they were before. Life has been teaching them. Love has been teaching them. Their own heart has been teaching them. And all of those lessons are leading toward a greater awareness of what your connection truly means. The happiness overflowing inside them today is not an accident. It is the result of countless realizations finally coming together. It is the result of emotional truths finally being accepted. It is the result of a heart finally choosing honesty over fear. My beloved soul, the most beautiful part of this message is that the story is still unfolding. This is not the end of the journey. It is not the final chapter. It is the beginning of something new. A new understanding. A new level of emotional clarity. A new season filled with greater hope than before. Your soulmate's heart is overflowing with happiness because they are beginning to see what their soul has known for a very long time. They are beginning to recognize the blessing your presence has been in their life. They are beginning to understand why thoughts of you continue returning no matter how much time passes. And as this understanding grows, so does their happiness. So hold faith, my beloved soul. Hold hope. Hold trust. Because the energy surrounding this connection is changing. The light is becoming brighter. The path is becoming clearer. And somewhere, right now, your soulmate is carrying a happiness that continues expanding with every thought of you, every memory of you, and every possibility that the future may still hold. The universe sees it. Their heart feels it. And very soon, the truth of it may become impossible for either of you to ignore, my beloved soul, as we reach the final part of this message. I want you to listen with your whole heart because the truth that is about to be revealed carries the energy of hope, healing, and destiny. Your soulmate's happiness did not appear overnight. It was built through countless moments that seemed small at the time but carried great meaning beneath the surface. Every memory they revisited, every lesson they learned, every quiet moment when your name crossed their mind, every sign that appeared when they least expected it, all of those experiences were leading them toward this awakening. And now they stand in a place where their heart can no longer deny what it feels. The joy overflowing inside them is real. The gratitude they feel is real. The connection they carry within them is real. My beloved soul, there was a time when your soulmate believed they had to protect themselves from disappointment. They thought that keeping certain feelings hidden would somehow make life easier. They believed that distance could weaken emotions and that silence could erase what the heart remembered. But life has shown them something very different. Life has shown them that genuine connections do not disappear simply because they are ignored. Genuine connections wait. They remain. They grow quietly beneath the surface. Until the day comes when they can no longer be denied. And that day is drawing closer than ever before. The deeper truth is that your soulmate has begun seeing you not as a temporary chapter in their story but as someone whose presence changed the direction of their life. They have started recognizing the value of your energy, the comfort of your spirit, and the impact of your existence. My beloved soul, they have realized that happiness feels different when it is connected to something genuine. Many things in life can create excitement, but excitement fades. What they feel when they think of you goes deeper than excitement. It brings peace. It brings warmth. It brings a sense of belonging that is difficult to explain. And because of that, their heart keeps returning to you again and again. The universe has been teaching them that some feelings are meant to be trusted. Some emotions arrive with a purpose. Some connections enter our lives because they are part of a larger plan than we can understand in the moment. Your soulmate is beginning to believe that your connection may be one of those rare gifts. And that belief is filling them with happiness unlike anything they expected. My beloved soul, if you could hear the silent conversations taking place within their heart, you would understand why this message has reached you today. You would hear gratitude for every memory. You would hear appreciation for every lesson. You would hear hope for what the future may still hold. Most of all, you would hear a heart that is no longer running from its truth. A heart that is finally learning to embrace what it feels. A heart that is finally allowing itself to dream again. The happiness overflowing within them is not only changing how they see you. It is changing how they see themselves. It is helping them become braver. It is helping them become more honest. It is helping them become more willing to follow the path their heart has been showing them all along. My beloved soul, the universe wants you to know that your own journey has not been unnoticed. Every moment of patience, every moment of growth, every moment when you chose faith instead of fear has mattered. Even during times when nothing seemed to be happening, things were moving beneath the surface. Seeds were being planted. Lessons were being learned. Hearts were being transformed. And now the results of that unseen work are beginning to appear. Your soulmate's happiness is one of those results. Their awakening is one of those results. Their growing clarity is one of those results. Nothing has been wasted. Nothing has been forgotten. Every experience has carried a purpose. Listen closely, my beloved soul, because this final truth is the most important of all. The happiness overflowing inside your soulmate right now is not just about the past. It is about the future. It is about the possibilities that still exist. It is about the dreams that are beginning to awaken inside them. It is about the hope that refuses to disappear. Every time they think about what could still happen, their heart becomes lighter. Every time they imagine a future that includes your energy, they feel a spark of excitement and peace at the same time. And that feeling is becoming stronger with each passing day. The universe often works in silence before it works in visible ways. First it changes hearts. Then it changes circumstances. First it creates understanding. Then it creates movement. And right now, understanding is growing rapidly inside your soulmate. The emotional walls that once stood between truth and expression are becoming weaker. The doubts that once created hesitation are losing their influence. The happiness that once appeared only in brief moments is becoming a constant presence. And when happiness reaches that level, it naturally seeks a path forward. My beloved soul, do not lose faith because the story is not ending here. This message arrives not as a goodbye but as a reminder. A reminder that unseen blessings are still unfolding. A reminder that hearts can change. A reminder that clarity can arrive when least expected. A reminder that love has a way of finding its path even when circumstances seem uncertain. Your soulmate's heart is overflowing with happiness because they are finally seeing the truth that has been waiting for them all along. They are finally recognizing the gift of your presence. They are finally understanding why your connection continues to shine within them. And as that realization deepens, their happiness continues to grow brighter and stronger. So tonight, my beloved soul, rest knowing that somewhere your soulmate carries thoughts of you that bring warmth to their heart. Rest knowing that your energy has created more impact than you realize. Rest knowing that the universe is still writing chapters that have not yet been revealed. The path ahead may still hold surprises, but one thing has become clear. You have touched your soulmate's heart in a way that time could not erase, distance could not weaken, and doubt could not destroy. Their heart is overflowing with happiness right now, and you are the reason. Trust the timing. Trust the journey. Trust the love that continues growing in unseen places. And above all, trust that what is meant to find its way to you will never truly be lost. The universe is still moving, the story is still unfolding, and the most beautiful chapter may be closer than you think. The message is complete, but the journey is not. Your soulmate's heart knows the truth now, and that truth is changing everything. Red Heart.